And just so you know, box plots can be drawn vertically as well. So I've been drawing mine horizontally, but you can just as easily have one that goes something like this. That is it's exactly the same. The scale would be down here using the numbers, and it works the same way. It's just flipped facing that way instead of facing that way. So that's horizontal one. Oh, and so your numbers would be ascending going up. So 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, and so on. So this would be the minimum here. This would be the Q1. This would be the median. This would be the Q3, and this would be the maximum. So it's this whole thing just put up on its side like that. This line is now here, and it goes up like this. That's there, that's there, that's there. This is the worst drawing in the world, and that's there. If you can understand that scribble, that's how a vertical box plot works. And quite often you'll see side-by-side box plots, parallel box plots. So they compare to each other. So for example, say we had this box plot like this, and that's group A. And then we had another one on the same number scale like this, and that's group B. So here's my number scale going down here. And then you add another box plot like this down here, and that's group C. Then we can say things about each of them by comparing the box plots. So for example, group C is all smushed up. It's all close together. It has a very small range, whereas group A is much more spread out. Also, the data values for group B are generally all much higher than group C. So for example, this might be something like height, and you've got group C down here is the grade 5s, and then group A is when they're in year 7, and then group B is by the time they're in year 10 or something, and they're steadily growing. So you can see here they're much shorter, and then they get a bit taller, but it's spread out. Some of them are still quite short, while others of them have had a huge growth spurt. And then by group B, it's pretty spread out among the population, but they're generally all a bit taller. And down here, it's not very spread out because pretty much everyone's short when you're young. So those are some things, that's sort of how we look at parallel box plots, comparing them one to the other.